Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to the meeting engagement at Valmy in Republican Bayonets on the Rhine. So, as always, without further ado, let's see what has happened. So, I had just cleared out those skirmishers in those woods, so what are the French going to be up to beyond continuing to fall back? Are they up to anything crazy? So far, nothing particularly crazy, nothing excessive, just continuing to screen me with his cavalry. That's not a welcome sight. More French cavalry appearing. That is a really unpleasant sight. And not something that I needed. More French cavalry appearing. Still, I haven't seen anything of his main army so far. It's just been cavalry and his advance guard. So, speed this up. Because I don't think there's anything more moving that I can actually see. So, the question, yeah, this is all just hidden movement. The real question now is 2 units undisordered out of 14 checked, 2 units recover fatigue out of 6 checked. Okay, so the real question now is, where is the French position? I'm thinking it's up here, but I'm not so sure. So, I think to try and help, I'm actually going to split my bazaars down a little bit. Oh, hello. That's not what I needed to see. Some guns and infantry spotted over there. Alright, so... Well, that at least confirms something. Not particularly what I wanted confirmed, but it at least tells me, for example, that the French have a line up there. Alright. You will move up to there as I look to try and reorganise these Fusilier battalions of the advance guard. So, General will bring these 3-pounders this way, along with the Hohenlohe Infantry Regiment. Pesky skirmishers. They're not really achieving much, but being annoying. So in this case, General Wolfrad will form up here, ready to assault, with General Kleist in the centre, and then I'll have General Herzberg on the left as a way of trying to sort of keep a decent, he says, formation. So, General Konitz, or rather the Konitz Regiment, this battalion, ow, those skirmishers are being quite pesky, to say the least. You are going to form square, which will allow this battalion to unform square and start moving off to join the rest of its formation. These guns are going to take up residence in that square for now. And then we'll bring up these guns. And the remaining wagons. You go there. What are you part of? You're part of the advanced guard. Alright. How goes the effective command radius? Yeah, you're all in effective command. So let's continue bringing up these reinforcements. No one's arrived. Who's next? General Borch will arrive next turn, as well as General Budberg. Between them both, that will give me a nice amount of troops with which to continue just probing, but also starting to get set up ready for probably what's going to be an inevitable assault on this position. If I form Wolfrad on this side, I could probably put Versberg behind them both as a sort of reserve. Have the cavalry behind as well, ready to exploit anything. Have more forces to the left. Yeah, I think that's gonna do nicely. But for now, we've got to keep on just waiting for more forces to arrive and for the weather to clear. Let's plink you because I can. link you because I can. Link you. Ow. Still, with my, quote, heavy cavalry all nicely formed, I'll probably, let's say my entire army is in position by, say, 1 o'clock. I'll take maybe till 1 o'clock to form up properly. And then just, that leaves me a good, at least 6 hours of daylight to do stuff. Well, easiest way to check. Dusk is at 7, of which we then have about, what, maybe an... Well, no. We'll have about half an hour of twilight. So, we'll have at least decent amount of time. So we'd have a decent amount of time with which to attack. So, again, those 12 guns, as I've said before, very painful, but I can at least make them back by taking one of these 2 points, for example, any of these 3 points. The big objective for me is where? There. But I doubt I'm going to get that far. That would be a little too extreme. So, again, for now, while we still can't see much, it's just a case of waiting for more forces to arrive, slowly but surely. And the next thing will be pushing on to the melee, and then just sending that battalion forward to just drive them back a bit. Lost 3 men doing it, but it was worth it just to kick them off. So, what have you got? 3-pounders, 3-pounders, yeah, because you're the regimental guns. So, my first line elements will probably take up position to the left of the advance guard. Second line will take up position behind, and then perhaps the Austrians to the right. But we shall see. Another fairly short episode, I'm afraid, because again, there's just not... These types of situations don't tend to take that long. I don't have enough forces on the field. There's no combat. So, or very little combat. So again, it really just comes down to waiting until I can form up properly for an assault. Still, I thank you all for watching, and until next time, bye bye for now.